Hello, my friends. This is my Halloween reading. I've never done a Halloween reading before, so let's see where we go from here. We're starting off with the Lovers. I was really surprised that was the first card out for a Halloween reading. So I'm thinking of Halloween as a time when the veil between worlds is thin. You'll have to decide for yourself what that means. I mean, I know people like to believe in ghosts, but maybe it's between us and the divine. Or maybe it's between you and your spirit guides, team. I don't know how you think of them. I know some people believe in angels, some people believe in higher self, or a variety of other ascended beings. In any case, whatever you think of your spirit team, perhaps the veil will be thinnest and you will be able to get some message or messages. Who knows? First of all, we have the Lovers. So it's all about the heart. Perhaps it's all about love. It may be about making difficult choices, especially since we have the Empress in reverse next to it. The Empress in reverse, I mean, you could read that as a sort of witch, I guess. So instead of being someone who is nurturing and receptive and kind of the ideal mother figure, we have an Empress who is perhaps overindulgent, perhaps kind of spoiled, entitled rather than receptive. Or perhaps you're just feeling really blocked and overwhelmed by your life. And, well, definitely not receptive. I'm definitely getting that there's no receiving going on. And perhaps that is the root of the problem. We have also the Eight of Swords. Yeah. So the Eight of Swords is about a mental imprisonment, a belief in thoughts, ideas, as if they were real, and allowing them to limit you. Limit your view of the world, limit the view of yourself, your actions, your potential. So you don't believe in your potential. Instead, you believe that you are limited. Very limited. Next to it, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is interesting. Are you finally letting go of anxieties? Are you finally learning to believe that everything that is meant for you will come to you? That the universe or the divine loves you? Or is it that your fears have become real? We do have a way of making our fears become real. So we have a card of mental imprisonment. How are you allowing your beliefs, your thoughts about limitations? How are you allowing them to become real in the world and to cause you harm and perhaps those you love? It's a big question, and there's going to be a lot of different answers to it. So far I'm getting that this is a time to recognize and work on the wounded feminine. And there has been a lot of wounding. Now we have the Seven of Cups. Confusion. Lots and lots of confusion. That's not surprising, especially if you're becoming aware. The Lovers can be a card of stepping up, moving up to the next level. Not in necessarily in a physical way, but more in a spiritual, emotional, perhaps healing kind of way. once again, we have a card in a blocking position. This is the Three of Wands, so it should be a card of expansion, celebration, good times, good friends, good communication, but it is in a blocking position, so, yeah, that's what I want to say. There's definitely a lot of toxicity around this situation, this person. I see a lot of limitation rather than expansion. But all these cards, or so many cards, are coming out sideways. So this can be a, as I said, a crossing or blocking position. But it also means they're not completely reversed. So I think that it reminds me of a teeter-totter, that maybe things are beginning to change and shift, but they're going back and forth. They're not stable. And that frequently happens towards the beginning of healing. You're going back and forth between the old and the new, between the potential that you're beginning to sense for yourself, and maybe you're beginning to feel how much better it could be, things could be, but it's also strange and different, and you're probably beginning to see that things will have to change in your life. So you still have hopes and dreams. You want to believe in your own strength. You want to have compassion for yourself, to see strength, see the strength of being gentle with yourself, with others. And here we have a King of Pentacles. Perhaps you feel you are in a soul connection with this person, but it is not nothing's happening there. So we have the Ten of Cups, and then we have this King of Pentacles. So it's a dream, because they're both in the blocking position. Perhaps it's time for you to wake up and see reality. Oh, all right. It's time to let go of the sense of entitlement and go within. Find your own inner light. The Four of Cups can be a card of meditation or gratitude practices, because it strongly suggests that you are not grateful for the wonderful things that you have or could have. If you would only just turn your head and see what the divine is trying to offer you. Yeah, but perhaps you feel like you have to make difficult choices, and you aren't sure what direction to go in. Oh, just for the record, it really doesn't matter whether you identify as male or female or anything else. There is no gender in tarot, and it's certainly none of my business. Here we go. Oh, there is a child, or more than one child, involved. So you want to do what's best for your children. I would suggest that being your best, healthiest self is what's best for your children. But You should always consult a professional on these things, not a tarot reader. And you are an adult, or you should be. I am not making any of my readings for children. So be an adult, be responsible, make your own decisions, and take responsibility for the consequences. Become the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is emotionally intelligent, is nurturing, and able to give and receive. Let me see. What else do I want to say about the Queen of Cups? Compassionate, that's the word. Oh yes, and intuitive. I completely forgot that. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is known as the most intuitive of the queens, although the Queen of Wands is also very much in touch with spirit, the divine. But yes, so empathy, compassion, intuition, and that will bring about healing. All right. I feel like I'm missing something. You have a very unsettled feeling as a collective. I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just trying to figure out where to go next, and it's like there's something. Maybe that's your feeling, that you're feeling like there's something missing. There's an unsettled feeling. All right, I pulled the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what. There's some advice here for you. I should probably do the Heart Oracle. I mean, we started off with the Heart. Treasure Island. Oh, that is interesting. Number 9. If that holds significance for you. It's a fairly significant number for me because it keeps following me around in my life. So you should take note of any numbers that seem to follow you around, whether it's 9 or not. Okay, Treasure Island. The law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. Well, what would you expect from Treasure Island, right? The Oracle's message: you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Interesting. See, inner work pays off. Hopefully you will see that very soon in your external life. You know what? I am going to do the tea leaf cards. I have been surprised by them recently. I thought they would be very material and not very relevant to the more spiritual messages or healing messages that we frequently get. But I have been proven wrong. at least sometimes. I have to shuffle this deck in two parts because it's a very, very large deck. So hang on while I shuffle the other half. All right. First of all, you are highly thought of. Second of all, March. All right. March is... So the tea leaf cards give timelines, or at least indications of when significant things may happen. I don't really do that with tarot myself. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. And bear. Danger, especially in money matters. But it's coming in under March. So perhaps you need to be very careful in March? Let me see if I can get some clarification on this bear. What do we need to know about this bear? Muddled, unclear thinking, and unsuccessful plans. Alright, so it seems like you need to be thoughtful, really do some digging on some plans that you may have. I think I've been getting some... But, on the flip side, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Heart was right underneath that arrow card, so... Probably you're doing well on your emotional aspects. Let's think in terms of the heart chakra, not in terms of romance so much. Or maybe it is that you are making good decisions in regard to your romantic life. But still, you definitely need to be more careful about how you think about some sort of financially related plans. Well, I think I'm going to end it there. It sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. If you are coming into some sort of unexpected windfall, it sounds like you would be very well advised to talk to a professional. To talk to somebody, some kind of financial manager, somebody that's working for you, not for anybody else. And yeah, definitely get in a professional to help you with your treasure. Make sure you make wise decisions so that you don't lose it all. So yeah, that's a really strange Halloween reading. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wish you all the best. And happy Halloween.